Howard Lutnick, who is a billionaire, grifts in the Trump administration, did an interview where he randomly brought up Jeffrey Epstein and how he went over to Jeffrey Epstein's house and saw some stuff. And I'm sure Donald Trump is very mad about that because it's made Epstein come back into the news. And Donald Trump is also pissed off because his HUD secretary is... The thing with the Trump administration, people, is you don't have to be good at what you do. You got to be good at lying. This guy, not a great liar. You're going to see why. Before we get to that, I just want to show you this moment because there's nothing that has made me feel more... It kind of really put me into where we are right now. I think when we're in this day-to-day, we can get used to it. But Madeleine Dean, the representative from Pennsylvania, went up to Mike Johnson. I don't know if she realized that she was being recorded. And she pleaded for him to do something about the president and said that he is unwell. This is actually a credible moment.
The president is unhinged. He is unwell. What are you doing? A lot of folks
on your side are too. I don't control.
Oh my God, please. That performance in front of the generals? That
I didn't see it.
is so dangerous. You know I serve on foreign affairs and appropriations. This is a collision of those two things. Our allies are looking elsewhere. Our enemies are laughing.
I just left.
You have a president who is unwell.
You know, the thing about this is you can almost tell that he knows. Look at, now this is subtle, but look at how he looks away.
He is unwell.
He's not used to people coming up to him and telling him the truth.
What
a lot
are
of
you
folks
doing?
on your side are too. I don't control.
Oh my God, please. That performance in front of the generals? That
I didn't see it.
Is so dangerous.
I didn't see it. I think it was a joke. I didn't see it. Like to show me the tweet. I didn't see it. It's all, we know who Donald Trump is. And the president is unwell. And I don't know if it's dementia. I don't know if it's sociopathy. I don't know if it's those two things coming together and colliding, but we cannot continue like this. And we need adults to stand up for what is right. An adult who's standing up for what's not right is Howard. I always want to say Howard Nutlick, but it's Lutnick. Howard Lutnick, who was doing an interview and just randomly brought up that he was Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor and he saw massage tables. I'm not even, I wish I were kidding. I'm not.
He was your neighbor for 10 years. How well did you know him?
All right. So we are in number 11 and he lives in number 9.
Right.
So we renovate, we buy our house and our house is pigeons and mice.
Right.
Okay. That's it. It was derelict.
Right.
So we rebuild our house. We move in 2005. Okay. Jeffrey Epstein is arrested in like 2008, I think, or something like that.
Right.
So knock on the door. His assistant on like a Saturday says, Mr. Epstein, your neighbor would like to invite you over for coffee. So my wife and I go next door. You know, we walk the 7 steps,
yes,
right, to the next house for coffee. We share a wall.
Right.
So it's in New York City. So he invites us in. We have coffee in this, and he says, do you want a tour? We said, great.
Interesting.
He's got a really big house.
Every room you went into?
He's got, well, I'll tell you. So his house is like super big.
We're going to keep going, but knowing everything we know about Jeffrey Epstein, knowing everything we know about Donald Trump's relationship to Jeffrey Epstein, you could not waterboard this information out of me. I would just let myself go to the grave knowing what I know about that man and anything I had to do with being around him or in his home. And this is the brilliance of the Trump administration. Here he is on Podforce, what the hell that is, telling us for free.
Really wide. And so he gives me a tour in the living room, big living room. And then across from it is double doors. I assume it's the dining room.
Yeah.
And he opens the doors and there's a massage table in the middle of the room.
Ooh.
And candles all around and stuff. So I ask very insightful, cutting questions. I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me.
Ooh.
And he says, and the right kind of massage.
Ooh.
Now my wife is standing here. So she looks at me. And I look at her and we say, I'm sorry, we have to go.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Yeah, that was the last time I saw Jeffrey Epstein, my neighbor. It's incredible that he would just say that out in the open. And that leads me to wonder, what else has he done with Jeffrey Epstein? What other, I mean, I don't know if you talk to your neighbors, but certainly a neighbor like Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. And then we're going to wrap up with this. The HUD secretary was on Chris Cuomo's show yesterday. Chris Cuomo asking some pretty pointed questions about the propaganda that the Trump administration is putting on their websites. And again, this man, you don't got to be good at your job. You got to be good at lying. And this man is not a good liar. Does not have the skill.
I'm not used to seeing naked political propaganda on a government website. Are you worried about this violating the Hatch Act?
No, sir, we're not worried at all. And this is not about propaganda, Chris. This is just about letting the American people know what's going on. But we really need to be talking about how this
Well, it's not propaganda. Let's just look at the radical left in Congress shut down the government. HUD will use available resources to help Americans in need. That's propaganda.
government shutdown impacts the American people.
I want to do that, but this is part of the impact, right? I mean, when you're saying the radical left is shutting it down and they're doing it for $1.5 trillion for illegals, that's not true, Secretary Turner. That's why I'm bringing it up, because it's propaganda.
Well, you know what, though, Chris, you look at this, and I've heard all the cries and the outcry and people saying this is propaganda, that it's a violation of the Hatch Act. You know, to me, the Democrats and the far left are using this as a distraction to really deflect from what's really important here, and that's how it's been irresponsible actions on the Hill, and American people are being impacted greatly by this government shutdown. That's what we really need to be talking about.
I agree. I'm sure we also both agree two wrongs don't make a right.
That was the worst pivot in American history. It was, yeah, I mean, it's propaganda, but, you know, this shutdown's hurting Americans. Like, what? Okay. Didn't end there. He was asked what percentage of people that the HUD secretary serves are on Medicaid, and his answer is not very inspiring.
Country.
What percentage do you think of people that you serve are on Medicaid?
You know, Chris, I can get back to you with that number.
No, it's not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha, but is it a significant is it a significant portion, or is it the minority?
You know, I'm not sure. I want to give you a right answer.
I
don't want to just throw anything out there because that's not how I operate, but
Actual fools. Fools and freaks impacting our daily lives. Incredible. Fools and freaks. I cannot get over this moment. That's going to go in a documentary one day. Guarantee it. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I'll see you next time. Bye.